I am very much procrastinating getting into the gym. I've drove to the gym car park and I've sat here on Insta for about the last 10 minutes. I'm going to go in. But what I keep thinking about is this new, we're just going to call it a studio that I'm opening, right? Office, space, studio. Do you know why we're going to call it a studio? Because A, that's the word that trips off my tongue because I've always had studios. And B, Cookie, my dog, calls it a studio. When we're leaving the house, we say to her, do you want to go to the studio? And she gets all excited. So she calls it a studio, so we're all calling it a studio. It doesn't matter that it's mostly going to be an office space. Why do we care about labels so much? Right, so we're just calling it a studio, despite the fact that it's not going to be open as a studio. I'm going to film in it. Makes it a studio, just a different type of studio, right? So it's a studio. So this new studio that I'm opening, although there will be people coming into it, like some of my clients will come in for one-to-ones and stuff, it generally won't be a Pilates studio or a fitness studio like the way all my other ones have been. And I've been a wee bit quiet about taking it on and opening it. I've not posted that much about it. This is the fourth location, if you will, that I've taken on. And every time I've opened somewhere else, I've always done like big posts with the keys and exciting times, and I've not done that this time. And I've been kind of delving into why I've not done it. And it was a wee bit of worrying about what other people would think. Oh, another place. She just closed that last studio 6 months ago. She's changing again. Always something different. Oh, I guess that last one didn't work. And that's not the case at all. But I've been overthinking other people's perception of it. Mad, considering I spend my day telling everybody else, don't worry about what other folk think. You focus on you. Stay in your own lane. But it's human nature to worry about what other people think. And when I look at where my business started, so let's say like 8 years ago, I started 10 years ago and grew it. So like 8 years ago, it was super busy. Oh, we had 25 classes a week. There was like 2 or 3 rooms going at the same time with like different classes, Pilates in one, circuits in another, personal training in another. I had 5 staff, the studio was in 3 rooms, everybody was going about the town with the hoodies on. It looked like a really successful, thriving business. It was a nightmare. It was really badly organised. It wasn't making that much money, and it was literally running me into the ground. Like, it burnt me out because I was working 7 days a week from 6 in the morning, still there at 8 o'clock at night, literally saying yes to everything. It was not a strategic, well organised, profitable business. It looked phenomenal from the outside. It looked busy. There was hundreds of people going to it. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody was tagging me on social media. It looked good from the outside, but it was a riot on the inside, and it was killing me. Now my business looks completely different. There'll be a lot of people now be like, have you still got your business? Are you still self-employed? Because it's not all showy from the outside anymore. Financially, it is the best my business has ever been in 10 years. For me, health-wise, work-life balance-wise, enjoyment-wise, it is the best my business has ever been. I am winning at this game of get more, do less. It's brilliant. And I am loving everything I'm doing in my business at the moment. I do not feel drained from my business, but it doesn't look fancy on the outside anymore. It doesn't look big. Nobody's going about with the hoodies on. Nobody's tagging me on social media. And that's okay, because what my business looks like on the outside is not my priority anymore. I want to make a decent amount of money and be happy in my life. I want more time back for me, and that's what I've got now. You need to stop worrying about what other people think, and absolutely stop worrying about what others are doing and comparing your success to theirs. This is something I see so much with people on fitness journeys and people on business journeys. They look at what other people are doing, or more accurately, they look at what they think other people are doing, what they think other people are achieving, and they compare their reality to their perception of somebody else's fitness journey or business journey. My business is a really good example of that. People would have looked at my business 8 years ago and be like, she is killing it. And now they'd look at it and be like, I wonder what happened to her. I am in a much better position now. So from the outside, do not compare what you think is going on with somebody else's fitness journey, what you think is going on with somebody else's business journey, what you think is going on in somebody else's house, career, life, anything. Do not compare your perception of somebody else, what you've told yourself in your head they are doing, how they feel, what they're achieving, how much money they're making. Do not compare your perception of somebody else to your actual reality, because it never matches up, ever. Right, on that note, now that I've given both me and you a wee pep talk, I'm going to get into the gym. A couple of weeks ago, the person I rented their space from for a Friday morning Pilates class messaged me and they were like, I've let the hall out to somebody else. Next week's your last week, you're out. And I was like, what are we going to do? But check out the space that we moved to. So this curveball, this thing I didn't see coming, this thing I thought was going to be an absolute nightmare, actually turned out to be the best thing that could have happened. Check out our new space. How amazing is this? It is such a gorgeous space for Pilates. And had I not been thrown that curveball, I wouldn't have found this space that is also cheaper. So it's saving me on outgoings for my business. It's a nicer space to do Pilates in. Everybody's buzzing about it. And what a lot of people worry about in business is things changing, unexpected things coming up. Yes, it can be an absolute nightmare. And I'm not saying it's always going to work out better, as it has in this case, but the only thing you can rely on in business is that it's going to keep changing. That it's not a case of you do all of this work, build your business, get all your clients in, and then you just enjoy coaching them. Clients will leave, and that's fine. Sometimes it's to do with your service, sometimes it's not, but that's a conversation for a different day. But things will always change. It is the only thing you can count on in business, is that things won't remain the same and things will always change. The best thing you can do in these situations is be like, right, so how do I fix it? The quicker you can go from obstacle to action, the better your business will be. And I mean, check this out. Gorgeous. This is one of my most rich life things. Being able to come to the station at 5 o'clock, I'm waiting on Ross getting off the train, but to take her different places. Look how much she's enjoying. Randomly smelling benches, smelling where people sit, that's weird. But she loves to go different places, different smells, and I get to pick Ross up from work. This to me is rich life stuff. This is such a small, seemingly insignificant thing, being able to take the dog a different place every day so that she gets to smell different things, and being able to pick Ross up when he comes down from work, because he works in the city. But this, the little, small, mundane day-to-day things, are the things that matter. So if you're currently building your business, don't just focus on the revenue, the money you make, all of that kind of stuff. What's the little day-to-day things that your business can do for you or it can give you? What is the little day-to-day things that make up your rich life? Wait. Good, ghetto.